Hi, welcome along everybody. This is something super unusual that we've got here today. This is a Caffrey framed Kawasaki race bike. Now John Caffrey was a frame builder in the 70s and 80s and quite well known for maybe making Sealy replica frames, and he did those under license with a brand called Vendetta. And he also made a few sort of one-off specials and race bike stuff. He was a very successful racer in his own right. And he put leading link forks into Ducatis quite a lot and raced at the TT and stuff. He was quite heavily involved with sort of Isle of Man TT and things. And he always used to say that he would not build a frame that he didn't believe was capable of standing up to the TT. And he had some quite high standards and used to do everything extremely well. He would only ever use Reynolds 531 tubing. He only ever fitted taper roller bearings. He did all these things. He had these sort of set rules that he worked to. Didn't like square section, box, preferred the consistency of round tube and things like that. So I kind of admire his principles and I like his work. And this was a bike which he built specifically for the TT, and it ran in 77, 78 very well. It's got a Kawasaki Z1000 engine in it, quite heavily modified these days. It's sort of been developed as time's gone on, so it's got a GPZ crank and bits and bobs in it. It's producing about 110, 115 horsepower, which is good for an air-cooled early 1000cc engine. But I don't, more than any of that, I just like this. I think it's cool. And I love the sort of patina. I love the history. It's got lots of scrutineering stickers on it. It's still got the Isle of Man scrutineering stickers from when it did the island originally. Since then, it's been to the Manx GP, it's been to Classic Race, it's been here, it's been there. It's got quite a lovely race history. I've got lots and lots of paperwork, original photographs. Oh, there's a wonderful old sort of black and white copy of Motorcycle Racer magazine with an interview of John Caffrey, and it shows this frame in his garden on his lawn, because he's only just built it and hadn't actually built the race bike yet. And all sorts of things. So there's a lovely thick history file with lots of stuff about the engine, lots of race history, lots of photographs, race results, all sorts of things like that. But I just kind of love the look and the feel of it. And I think it looks really good in today's sort of market, today's fashion, if you like. Now this bike's actually got road registration with it. And I think if this was mine, I'd have a starter motor fitted and a number plate on the back, maybe a couple of bold or spotlights on the front. And if I picked it up on the Thursday, by the Friday night, I'll be at my local bike meet, just because it's almost completely unique. Apparently there was a sister frame to this, but which was slightly different. And so this is properly unique, is one of one. And I love the sort of aluminium tank, the sort of retro feel to it, the cafe racer look, you know, the sort of Davida photographs that you see and the advertised things like that. I just think it's really cool. And I think it'd make an amazing road bike. Leave all the stickers on the front, leave the scrutineering stickers, leave them, like I say, a couple of spotlights, number plate. I'd be out on this all day. I think it's fantastic. I really love the sort of feel of it. And the fact that everybody's building cafe racers now and building bikes to try and look a bit like this, but this is the real thing. This is the real deal. This is a proper 1970s TT homebrew race bike, and it's got the nickel frame and it's got all the bits and the hand-beaten alloy and all that stuff. People are spending a fortune to try and recreate this. This is the real deal, and it's uber cool. And I love the history of it. I like Caffrey. You could be forgiven for not knowing about him, but I'd picked up on the sort of Ducati stuff and things like that he'd done in the past. So yeah, I just thought, you know, as ever, I wanted to share it on the channel. It's a bike we've got for sale at the shop at Los Veloce. But I just think it's a wonderful thing. Even if you don't want to ride it on the road, it's a great thing to own. It's eligible for all the classic events. It's been to Spa, you could do Donington Classic, this and that, all the different things, and obviously it'd be very unique when you got there. And just what a lovely thing to own for a fairly sensible price bracket as well. And yeah, hope you like it as much as I do, because I just think it's a great bike. If we get up close and personal, you can see here, nickel frame. It's got this lovely big tube down the middle there, which we'll see if we can get in the camera. There we go, down there to give it its strength down the back there. And obviously there's a big solid tube goes up through the front into the headstock. And you can see, if I can move the handlebar here, see the front end of this big solid tube that ran down the middle. Manx GP scrutineering sticker there, which is quite lovely to see too. It's got AP caliper on the back there and on the front too. Barani flanged rims. Apparently he couldn't afford a proper mandrel tube bender at the time, so this is built largely out of straight tube, which I think is kind of a lovely thing. Some nice scrutineering stickers and bits around the fairing here. These are the ones that really matter for me, the original TT scrutineering stickers, which is just absolutely lovely. And yeah, what a great piece of history. Completely unique, really interesting, lovely bike.